Korean devs are some of the most talented, degenerate developers in all of gaming. They made games like Stellar Blade, Nikke, Blade and Soul. They continue to innovate by providing us exactly what Western studios refuse to. Hot men and women, scantily clad, with great animations, lots of diverse options with which to explore our characters in interesting ways. Except for Netmarble. Netmarble gathered around a table and thought to themselves, you know what our degenerate gacha gamers are tired of? Hot men and women. So let's do what the West does and uglify our characters. That'll provide them something new to experience. Their arms are probably already far too tired. And that is what King Arthur Legends Rise is. A surprisingly entertaining game with ugly characters that make you struggle to want to spend anything on characters outside of the meta. But if you're a member of my community, you know, waifu over meta. All of the time, some of the time, baby. Hey, my name is Stix and welcome back to the worst gacha ever, a video series where I discuss a gacha and tell you guys what I thought in explicit detail as we attempt to find the worst gacha ever. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that little bell notification. That way you remain up to date with every single thing that I post, and I post every Sunday. Do not miss out. Now go grab a vanilla Coke, a nacho cheese bag of Doritos, and let's jump right in. Legends Rise is based on Arthurian lore. It revolves around Arthur and his journey to, well, wander aimlessly around the world, killing bandits, ogres, dragons. I feel like I've sat through dozens of hours of, oh Arthur, where art thou going? I seek to merely help these random townsfolk that I encountered. But we're on a journey, lad, with the fate of the world in the balance. Alas, I am beholden to my people and must therefore aid this fine young lady in locating the loaf of bread that she hath forsaken. Cannot another less important person perhaps aid her in her? No, for I am Arthur, finder of bread loaves. This is a chapter and mission based game. There are a plethora of chapters, and every chapter has you manually or automatically, if you're lazy, traverse a linear path, moving from point A to point B to point C, engaging enemies, helping people find shit that they lost, and slaying bandits, because that is what heroes do. They find shit and they help people, one idiot at a time. The story is both surprisingly good at times and horrendously convoluted at others. When there's a real plot point to pursue, the story moves along nicely. It is enhanced by good quality voice acting, but the rest of the time, doth your mother know that you strayed from your home, you dillywickle? Yep, ye old English at its finest in the most absurd scenarios, which actually makes for a lot of good laughs. I couldn't take the majority of the game seriously, but I don't think that the devs did either, unless this was their attempt at something serious, in which case, whoops. Battles are turn-based. You deploy 4 units in a battle. Your selection is a bunch of very manly women and very old, gruff-looking men. Each unit has one of several different uses based on class archetypes often found in RPGs. Tank, support, DPS. They have one of several different elemental affinities, meaning that they're stronger and weaker versus certain enemy types. While in battle, you'll notice that there's a resource bar towards the bottom right. This determines which of your 3 abilities found slightly higher you'll be able to use. The more of the resource that you consume, the more powerful your ability is until you select your ultimate. A little forethought is therefore necessary when battling enemies, or you know what, just let the AI auto battle for you and completely forget it while you boot up Nikke on your phone and crank one out while the AI fight one another for 5 minutes. Your characters have several methods of progression. Every hero has individual rarity. You have useful, denoted by their yellow border, main team supporters, denoted by the blue border, sacrificial pawns, denoted by their green border, and then the characters that the devs were too busy to bother animating, denoted by their gray border. Look how depressed this dude is. Oh my god. Holy shit, man, he just wants it all to end. And in retrospect, looking through my list of characters, I just noticed I had a fucking street shark. Big Slamoo! Okay, you know what? Y'all are probably too young to get that reference. and that's okay. You can level your heroes. This costs XP potions, which take absolutely forever to farm, consuming quite a bit of stamina. You can equip gear, which also has its own rarity. These possess unique set bonuses, requiring you farm specific pieces like artifact or echo grinding. These are enhanceable as well, at a cost. There are relics, but I don't know what the fuck those are outside of weapons that you can strengthen after progressing a certain way through the story. But I hit a power wall, where I'm too weak to progress until I farm enough dupes, enough upgrades. I've been at this wall for over a week. Yeah, fun times. You can also utilize dupes to increase the power of your hero, or a more common resource that is equally as difficult to earn. As you can see, there are a lot of upgrade options, 10 in total. I can't imagine how much that would cost to achieve. Oh wait, yes I can, by taking a look at the gacha. So let's go and do that. Here is the gacha, Lake Avalon. Here, we have the Raid Up Summon, Special Summon, Normal Summon, Flame Frost, and Storm Relic Summons. Let's see what they all have to offer, beginning with the Raid Up Summon. The Raid Up character has a 0.8% of acquisition. That is pretty damn shit. And legendary characters have a 0.2% chance. Holy crap! That is bad. Every 10 pull rewards you with a blue character with a guaranteed legendary at 60 pulls. That, however, is not bad at all. However, when you expand the info, you see there is a 50-50 in place. 50-50s are terrible, but that means that you should theoretically obtain the hero within 120 pulls, right? Wrong. According to that little window of information down the bottom right, there is no guarantee. It is a permanent 50-50, meaning you could lose a 50-50 10 times in a row, or be in a perpetual state of loss. Fucking horrible. Unless I'm wrong and blind, but I do not see any evidence to the contrary. Special summons work similarly, however there is no 50-50, you're just guaranteed a random legendary after 60 pulls. Normal summons don't have any guarantee at all. That's always fun. And then your elemental summons all function the exact same way as a raid up banner. No 50-50, since it's all random. Evidently, the gacha is not at all free-to-play friendly, but that is okay. When your legendary heroes look like this, you're really not missing out on much. A lot of the game takes place from the confines of your castle, when you're not helping the homeless, rescuing cats from trees, locating loaves of bread. You're training your troops, trading in the market, merging together resources in the mage's tower, dying a little inside at the Lake of Avalon, visiting the forge to purchase really crappy gear, visiting the restricted area, which, contrary to its name, is where you'll be consuming all of your stamina at. You'll be grinding in the power-up dungeon. That way, you can power up your characters. You'll be grinding in the equipment dungeon. That way, you can equip your heroes. And you know what I just noticed? They named these places very accurately, almost stupid-proofed them, so you know where you need to go and what you need to do. Thanks, Netmarble. You're like the Korean Kudo games. You know exactly what we want in our gacha. And then, there are other stuff that I'm locked from, because I'm gated from progression. Now and then there's an arena too, if you like having your nutsack beaten with a wooden stick while standing spread-legged over an open fire. And you know what? I'm not one to kink shame. And that right there is King Arthur Legends Rise, a moderately fun game until you get to the point that you can't continue beyond, then it quickly becomes log in for 2 minutes a day to consume stamina on materials and continue playing a few months from now once your character's overpowered content. Now let's break down my rating. Content, 6 out of 10. There's a lot of content to consume and I genuinely enjoyed manually exploring areas. Difficulty, 10 out of 10. I hate the difficulty spike in certain gacha games that prevent you from passing them. It's horrendous and unenjoyable. Free-to-play friendliness, 0 out of 10. No guarantee. Fuck off, dude. Gameplay, 6 out of 10. I genuinely enjoyed it. Turn-based combat was good, animations were good, environment exploration was good. Graphics, 4 out of 10. The world itself looked good, the abilities looked okay. The characters were... Sound, 5 out of 10. Honestly, it was pretty decent. Story, 6 out of 10. Great highs, horrible lows, but the horrible lows were saved by how horribly funny they were. Voice acting, 6 out of 10. I actually didn't mind it. The voice acting was pretty decent. World, 7 out of 10. It looked like it was crafted manually. There were chests to locate, areas to explore, things to see and do. I thought it was good. Fun, 5 out of 10. I had fun. I did, at certain points, at least, until I didn't, and then I hated it until I didn't, and then I was having fun again. Overall, I'd give this 55 loaves of bread out of 100 real street sharks, or 5.5 out of 10. Honestly, this is a fun game that is dragged down by incredibly ugly characters, but features a hilarious story that thinks it's a dark, serious game. Hey, where do you think you're going? I see what you're doing there. I see you navigating on over, scrolling on over to that X button. Don't you dare. What I need you to do is take a moment and click one of the videos that are about to appear as soon as I'm done talking. And trust me, you're gonna wanna.